like a Kevin Durant.
Wanted. They're always the hunter, and it starts with that mentality. And for a guy like Kevin Durant, inherently, Ed, he was a nice person. But after winning a championship, he found that he needed to create a different edge. That edge comes with doing more and being different. And he's finding a way to challenge himself each and every day, regardless of whoever the opponent is.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. And Draymond Green throws it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. The drive right to the basket. Inside, he scores.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Here's Curry with it up top. He'll run the offense. Thompson to Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second low percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Curling inside. Durant. Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Westbrook across the timeline. Down 2. Westbrook to Paul George. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Shot from the lane won't go. Westbrook with the denial.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
To Adams. Westbrook. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He all court. They lead it. 4-point game. And Cousins throwing it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Westbrook with it. Down 6. Down to Grant. And stuffs it home.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Kevin Durant has it. To Curry. Green. Here's Durant for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Kevin Durant. Dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Westbrook into the front court. Now down 6. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Durant. Short jumper won't fall.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 34, subbing in for Oklahoma City,
Westbrook. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Livingston. Nice pass to set things up.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Westbrook to George. Fires the three. Paul George locked in. Hits the tough three. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Oh, it's blocked by Adams.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tosses. Easy path to the rim. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Westbrook to Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff.
Possession lies with Golden State to Green. Thompson to Green. From long range, and Draymond Green all in one motion. Give it to him for three.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
To Westbrook. To George. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Livingston to bring it up. Leads 4. Westbrook into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. George, that's how you defend. Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Oh, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Thompson. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender there at the ball, offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second one as well. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George. And a nice finish at the rim.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Thompson, now pass taken away by the Thunder. To Paul George. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
To Schroeder. George. Smothering deep.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
George. Oh, that's how it's done. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
The shot turned away by Adams.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Thunder with the basketball. Iguodala to bring it up. Leads 3. Iguodala to the basket, but his shot won't fall. Off the assist.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the third or fourth option, and I loved his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Thompson to Cousins. Scores from the post. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully. Way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Warriors basketball.
Hey, kick me the ball.
To Cousins. To Green. Thompson. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Jumper's good.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Chance for Westbrook, no good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Westbrook to George. Adams to Paul George. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
35, Kevin Durant. Subbing in for the Thunder, number 9, Jeremy Grant.
Green to Curry. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Thompson. Tough shot. Well defended. Goes to the left side. Curry. A fundamental shot right there. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Curry with the ball to Cousins. Flushes it home.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Paul George to Westbrook. And throws it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Curry to bring it up. Lead stands at 7. Inside, he scores.
Clay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
It's blocked by Boogie. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. To Thompson. Robertson's there to get the rebound. Gets to the basket and scores. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Green.
Double.
Steph lets loose. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code. Curry, no doubt, is a transformative player. Some say for the worst. Is there too much of a reliance on the three-point shot at all levels?
No, we're watching the game evolve, and Stephen Curry has been critical in changing the narrative. But I want kids at home to recognize that they see the finished product. They see somebody who makes 1,000 jumpers a day. And I love what Team USA is doing when they talk about removing the three-point line. It's imperative that kids have the right mechanics. If you have the right mechanics, your range will take care of itself.
9-point margin. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And finishes strong.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
I got him. Grab.
Westbrook to George. Westbrook. And draws the foul.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Durant.
shot, bro.